been working with a team of students from the United States doing research in Fawkner and asking about how people deal with food insecurity, and there's huge poverty in Fawkner, and most of it stems from people not being able to get jobs. So if your party's elected, how are you going to tackle that?
The jobs, I've got a economic development strategy, and I explained a little bit on how we need to, so it's to look at the big employers, then the small to medium employers, and how we actually create better opportunities. So I've explained a little bit about, with Melbourne Airport, with the relocation to Melbourne wholesale markets, with what's happening in Essendon Fields, and other big employer groups that I'm speaking to. Then there are about 400 food manufacturers through Melbourne as well. Okay, so these are little companies. So these are your small to medium-sized companies. And what we're trying to do is get a better collaboration, cooperation between them, so that if they've got 4 employees and they go to 8 or 12 employees, we can help lift employment in that way as well. So there's that issue. But the overwhelming proposition that we're going through is this proposition of the demise of manufacturing. So this is a huge issue for this community to deal with. Unemployment 26.4%. And you've got the Abbott government says goodbye and good luck. I mean, that's what's going on. So there's a range of different strategies that are being looked at the moment. There's the aim, state Labor, to have 100,000 jobs. So there's a whole series of different things. I'm not saying this is easy to fix and it's going to take some time, but you've got to have the path, you've got to have education, the pathways, and the linkages to the jobs. And you've got to attract the investment. One of the other things I'm trying to do is, so we have the demise of Ford, but we also have the rise of a company like CSL Bearing. So they're in Camp Road. So CSL Bearing is, as a nation, we need about half a dozen, at least, a dozen companies like CSL Bearing. They produce world-class blood plasma. So it's elegant science. They export this around the world, and they're right here in Camp Road. So I'm trying to get more of what I call Parkville, so the science hubs and everything in Parkville, to come out here, to relocate here, and to be part of this community. So there's just so you're aware, so there's a strategy at the high level for major employers, and then medium-sized employers, and then small employers, and how do we actually drive the jobs, because you're right. How are we going to have the jobs?
Yeah. We said that we will always support small business, because I was an entrepreneur and coming from a small business background as well. Over 17 years, 18 years in Melbourne. That's one thing. We do have the right contacts around that. We are in a position to attract some investors to come to the area to increase the number of jobs, and we are in a position to organize some types of grants for innovative activities as well. So those are the practical ways of creating opportunities in a poor area, or in general in an area where the investment is very low, like Broadmeadows district.
But you can't do everything on the government.
Well, absolutely.
You can't get to a job at the airport or the veggie market if there's no public transport going out there.
Exactly. That can't be done. You've got to be government to be able to do it.
Leading on one of the comments from Sheridan, I think one of the things that is tough, and I think whoever decided to bring Ford to Broadmeadows a long time ago obviously did a lot for employment in the area. I think we need to look at where is the world heading? What are the current opportunities? Renewable energy, energy efficiency. This could become the capital of the north, of Victoria, for that sector. We need to look at that. And this has been something that Labor should have looked at 15 years ago. There's still time. Now, the one thing that I wanted to say, you cannot get jobs in CSL Bearing, which I completely agree with Frank. It's a fantastic company, unless you're able to get good, high-quality education. Now, because of the slippery slope, the Liberals decide to destroy something, and Labour doesn't really oppose it because they don't stand for anything anymore. we had the Victorian training guarantee, and then we have the privatization of the training sector. So someone can say to you, I'm going to give you a Cert 4, it's going to take you 2 weeks, and I'm going to give you a free iPad. And they have completely wrecked and devalued, completely devalued a Cert 4 or a diploma. Nobody gives you a job with any of that, because they know it means nothing. Because a lot of people who are getting those degrees are not getting any skills. So that is a crisis in Victoria, and we have to fix it. And those decisions have to be reversed. We have to go back to a fully high-quality system where people can be guaranteed that they're going to get a proper education, and that we're giving those guarantees to the people who need it the most.